Hi tubers. Okay, so I'm coming here in the green chair again. I guess this will be a let's talk about it video. This is, I guess, glasses problems 101, because if you want the light in your face, you have to face the light, and you face the light, you have the light in your glasses, and nobody can see your eyeballs. Just imagine there's eyeballs right here. There are missing a lot of Nicki Minaj things about her new Anaconda album cover. Good lord, what was the idea behind that? It's pretty provocative. She's like in a squatted down position, turned back around. Thumbnail for this video, so you know what I'm talking about, and you probably already know anyways, because it's been a huge deal. At first I was trying to ignore it because, you know, I tend to think that things like that, they're for garnering attention. You know, it's not about anything else. It's for the clicks, it's for the likes and the comments, and I just will not be a part of it. So I wasn't going to click it at first. I didn't care. It was saying, you know, some of the blogs that I go to, you know, Nicki Minaj's new album cover, and I already saw that, you know, she was looking backwards, so I already kind of guessed what was beneath the hyperlink. It just like crept into some of the other blogs that I read, and it was like kind of a rant about it, written by a black blogger or writer. She works for the blog that I read, and she has some pretty interesting points about, you know, the hypersexualization of black women, kind of seeming to be perpetuated by black women, but the argument was basically about the fact that, you know, it's the white media who does it and has been doing it since slavery. And it brought up actually a lot of questions for me. I don't actually have a real strong standpoint on it one way or the other, because I think that both sides have some pretty good points. Just a recap of what happened: Nicki Minaj released this album art wearing a thong, so, you know, there's a lot of butt out there. She's got a lot of butt to show. And people kind of seemingly didn't really respond at first, but then I guess she did get some negative responses, and so she went and started posting pictures of white and I guess like Asian models who did the same, actually pretty similar pose. She said they were deemed angelic and acceptable. I don't know if acceptable is on the same level as angelic, but either way, that's what she said. Then it kind of got kind of serious, and Chrissy Teigen, which was one of the models she was one of the pictures. It was a picture of Chrissy Teigen and some other people like Carla Delevingne, or I don't know who that girl is. Anyway, it was a picture of like them on Sports Illustrated and stuff, and so Chrissy Teigen was saying, you know, I don't know where all this hate is coming from, and, you know, I'll take acceptable. You know, acceptable's fine with her. And I guess the Nicki Minaj fans took that poorly, and they were like all kind of attacking poor Chrissy Teigen. Can I please start by saying, let's leave Chrissy Teigen out of this? That girl don't know what she's talking about, and she did not mean to get in the middle of that shitstorm. I know she didn't, so just leave her alone. Kind of got bad, you know, got worse from there. As many things happen with these crazy fans, it just spirals out of control, and it started with something very simple, and it ended up, you know, now where crazy stuff is kind of going on. People are just taking it way too seriously, and taking it way too seriously on both sides. The article that I was reading had some of the caricature that used to be sent around during, you know, slavery times and even post-slavery times, you know, with like the women with the big lips, and, you know, they have big butts and, you know, tongues all sticking out and stuff, just, you know, making it look like, you know, we're basically animals that just want to have sex. I think that's a little bit of a jump. I don't know. I think that Nicki Minaj has a point that, you know, it does seem to be that as long as the models are small, you know, she highlighted that if the models were white or not black, basically, that it would be deemed okay. But it seems to me that the general consensus is as long as you are small. As long as you are A cup or B cup, once you're starting to get into that C range, that's when you start getting into like hustler type stuff. But as long as you're, you know, smaller butt, smaller boobs, then you can be in kind of any pose and any clothes that you want to, and nobody really says anything because it's fashion or it's art. But somebody who's shaped like I am, or, you know, other women with large boobs or large butt, whatever, you couldn't wear the same thing. And me and my husband talking about it, and one thing that I went straight to was it Kendall Jenner, who she's just turned 18 like this year or last year. And her first, I think it was like Vogue or something, or maybe Chanel. I think it was Vogue. Her boobs are like this big. Black girl with C, D cups is wearing a fishnet. We are probably at King of Diamonds. But if a white girl is wearing a fishnet and she has A or B cups, we might be at Fashion Week. It just seems to be like that. Like, if you have breasts or boobs or butt or whatever you want to say, if you have that, that's not sexual enough. You have to have large breasts or a large butt for then you're hypersexualized or you are, it's inappropriate now. And I find that to be kind of strange. Nicki Minaj, what did, she covered herself because she posted a lot of pictures that were pretty much the same. Now, what I want to go to on the other side is, first of all, that was Sports Illustrated. That wasn't an album cover. That wasn't something that's going to be at Walmart where kids can see it. And you know, Sports Illustrated is at Walmart where kids can see it. But I'm saying, I think those are kind of two different contexts in a little bit of a way. You know, Sports Illustrated is known to be a little bit more of a provocative magazine, and it is, you know, aimed at male readers, things like that. This is supposed to be an album cover for all of your fans, all ages of fans, you know, this and that. So I don't know if you can really, you know, get too crazy about, because I think every picture she did post was a model on or for Sports Illustrated. So that's Sports Illustrated. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a girl with clothes on on Sports Illustrated. So that's one thing. Another thing is, you know, it is true that African American women have had their bodies, you know, or have had, you know, their sexuality exploited, and we continue to do that in mainstream Black culture. We do. You know, you got all the songs, you know, very much sexualized songs. You have, you know, the girls or the few female rappers that we do have, you know, talking about that kind of stuff. You know, we help to keep that going. At the same time, I don't know how long we are supposed to pay for that, you know. In most people's retelling of events, that started with slavery. That started with white people kind of trying to assuage their guilt for raping slave women at the rate that they were. And then you're saying that, so now Nicki Minaj can't take the same picture that Carla Delevingne takes because white people decided to make our bodies shameful. Ooh, that's touchy too. I mean, you know, that's the situation, but how fair is that to ask of her? You know? So there's that too. I think there's a lot of points on this, and like everything, America's getting real riled up. I like it because it's causing the conversations, you know. Anything that causes us to talk is cool by me. But I don't know. I think that there is definitely a double standard, and to sit there and try and say that that's Nicki Minaj's responsibility is kind of unfair, especially when even you claim that it wasn't our fault, that that's how it is. You know, a white woman takes a picture of her body and she's beautiful, and you know, she's athletic and she's this, and Nicki Minaj takes the same kind of picture and you know, it's salacious. Yeah. You know, I think that the fact that this is even such a big deal in the first place just shows that stereotype, in that, you know, the poisoning of everybody's minds is still very much alive and well, because it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because, like I said, the girl, the white woman who, the picture that she posted, she was wearing pretty much the same thing. So, I don't know. Miss Minaj, she got a little point right there. Her PR people were on it, because she's right. I don't know. I'm really interested in everybody's kind of opinion on that. It seems like you guys are not shy about sharing your opinions. So, I'm really interested in your opinions on that, because I think that it really kind of can go both ways. You know, there's what is and there's what should be. There's what is and there's what's fair. And right now what's happening is not fair, but it kind of is what is. Interesting time to be alive and to be a Black woman in America. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.